Most people have never heard of encephalitis until it happens to them. Flu-like symptoms, loss of consciousness, acute headache, memory problems, emotional or behaviour changes, seizures. Encephalitis is inflammation of the brain. It is caused either by an infection invading the brain or by a person's immune system attacking the brain in error. And it can affect anyone, anywhere, at any time.
My name is Macy, and I am an autoimmune encephalitis NMDAR survivor. After several days of having flu-like symptoms, including a headache and body aches, I had my first ever seizure. I was rushed to the emergency room, and I don't remember anything for the next 3.5 months after that.
So my daughter Isabel, she became poorly aged 12. It took 8 months for her to be diagnosed. Izzy went to bed the night before she was poorly with a bad headache. And then she woke up the next day and was very confused, very disorientated, didn't know who I was, and wasn't really speaking, was just staring into space.
I'm Diane, and I had autoimmune encephalitis when I was 15. I actually went to the doctors and they thought I had a double ear infection. I had a really bad headache from the top of my head to the bottom of my neck, and I'd have to like clench and release my jaw to kind of relieve the pain. I think when I started to forget what was happening in that moment was when I had a seizure, and I don't really remember what that was like. And then afterwards, I don't remember those 3 months in a semi-coma state.
Our son Nicholas was diagnosed with probable viral encephalitis when he was 16. We had a phone call from the college to say that Nicholas was fitting uncontrollably and was being blue lighted into our local hospital. And when we got there, he was in resus, already ventilated.
And for 20 years, Nick struggled with the effects of the encephalitis and the damage that it did to his brain.
When I was discharged from my longest stay at the hospital and returned home, I was aggressive. I was a flight risk. I can't imagine how hard that must have been for the people who loved me the most.
So I think I only felt one emotion for 2 years, and that was anger. For me, it was really hard navigating life afterwards.
Those 8 months were probably the hardest that our family will ever go through, hopefully.
It was surprisingly lonely. No one really understood what it was at school, and it wasn't really a topic that you kind of could talk about with your friends.
I think school's a big struggle for me now. I think balancing friends and studies and everything that goes with it is really hard, especially with fatigue and managing that myself.
And the family dynamics have changed. But Nick's sense of humour is the thing that's greatly missed, I think.
Nicholas died 20 years later from the complications of encephalitis. It destroyed our family.
There are so many people who go into the hospital and they're misdiagnosed because their doctors and their loved ones and themselves aren't aware of these symptoms. That's why understanding the F.L.A.M.E.S acronym and embedding these symptoms into your head could save your life or the life of someone else.
Flu-like symptoms.
Loss of consciousness.
Acute headache.
Memory problems.
Emotional or behavioural changes.
Seizures.
Think brain in flames.
Think encephalitis.